Hi folks, my name is Paul O'Reilly. I work for Inland Fisheries Ireland, and as part of this year's Go Fishing Week, we've put together this short video to help keep you safe while you're out on the water. So first off, it's important to check the weather before you go out fishing, and this is especially true if you plan to go out in a boat or you plan to hike up to some lakes up in the hills or anything like that. So we all know that, and I mean it's completely obvious, we all check the weather before we go fishing anyway, but the last thing you want to do is find that you're out afloat and the wind changes direction and build up strength later on in the evening and you need to come back across 5 miles of a lake with a big wind coming in your face. Next, if you're going fishing on the shore, beware of tides and currents. Be aware of what time the high tide is at, and beware whether it's a spring or a neap tide, because a spring tide will rise higher and come in quicker than a neap tide. Local knowledge. If you don't know the area that you're going to fish, it's best to go and ask somebody who does know the area, knows the best places to fish, but also the safest places to fish. And as well as that, tell somebody where you're going to go, what time you plan to be home at, and what they should do if you don't arrive back on time. Really important, always wear your personal flotation device, even if you plan to fish from the shore. And always get it tested once a year, because the gas cartridge or the salt tablet might need replacing. And get to familiarise yourself with your own PFD. Know where the inflation cord is. I know that mine's right here. My manual inflation tube is here, and my whistle is here. Really important to wear the correct clothing when you're out fishing, and your clothing should be up for the task, whatever kind of weather you're going to encounter. Clothing should be warm, should keep you waterproof, with boots and things like that are up to the job. Also wear a hat, wear sunglasses, keep hooks out of your eyes as well as UV rays and things like that. Always a good idea as well to bring a small first aid kit, because you never know what's going to happen when you're out fishing for the day. And bring a compass, especially if you're going out in the boat or you're going, as I said, hiking up to hillocks and places like that where there might be low visibility, the weather might change, so just have a compass to know your direction you're heading back in the evening time. Also, and it sounds obvious, but bring your mobile phone, make sure it's fully charged, and have somewhere that can keep it so that it's fully waterproof, be it a dry bag or a small waterproof case. So always try and go fishing with somebody, so that if you get into trouble, there's somebody there to help you or else to call for help. Watch the conditions, watch the weather conditions, the water levels, watch the tide, incoming tides, things like that. So always be aware of what's going on around you in your environment. Stay sober. Very obvious, many accidents are caused on and near the water by people drinking alcohol. So it's best to stick to Irish water safety guidelines of never mix alcohol with water sports. And if you are wading, make sure you wear your flotation device, bring a wading stick, wear your belt, and always make sure that you're on solid ground. Never wade in muddy kind of conditions, and always be aware of what's going on underneath your feet. If you plan to go out in a boat, always make sure that you have enough fuel to last you the day. Make sure you have a good pair of oars with good working rowlocks or thole pins that the oars will fit into. Make sure you have some spare shear pins in case your outboard engine needs them, and make sure that the boat is not overloaded. If anybody feels seasick, best to come ashore, and always wear your personal flotation device. Not only to keep you safe, it's the law. And finally, don't take any unnecessary risks. Every year we tragically lose fellow anglers because of needless accidents on or beside the water. So be careful and don't take any chances. We encourage fellow anglers to take these steps and always wear a personal flotation device. So thanks very much, stay safe, and tight lines wherever you may fish.